If you notice throughout your life that you are avoiding hard conversations, you are trying to avoid conflicts, you don't like to face complicated confrontation with another people, so you found the right video. So in the end of this video you will know why is it like this and how to face hard conversation and what it actually gives to you eventually. So the first thing which I want to tell you is that when you have to face some confrontation or hard conversation, it requires from you two things. First, it's a possibility to accept that you could be wrong in something, because another person obviously will give some improvements or something like blaming you for something. So first, you have to face the possibility of accepting your mistake, or just at least to feel that you are wrong in something, or bad, or did something really not the way it was expected from you, something like seeing someone is disappointed in you or hearing something unpolite in your dress. And the second thing which is required from you is to defend your opinion and your position, because obviously some complicated situation which is happening, it's the reason because of some confusion or some misunderstanding between two people. And so it's important for you to defend your position and give your provements and prove like why your vision or why your side kind of must be heard and also taken into consideration. So these two things actually requires from you to have inner strength, so you are able to face these things. What is going on here? Inner strength comes to us when we are facing our own pain inside of our heart, when we process our emotions, when we handle that, when we support ourselves, when we protect ourselves. And if it's not the first video you're listening, I always talk about this importance that we have to process our emotions, look into our own pain and work with that and come out not as a victim but strong, defending own vision, own situation, and also we get some lesson from it. And so this is how inner strength builds. If we are avoiding doing these things, we are used to live numbing our uncomfortable emotions. We do not process them, we do not do something with that. It means our inner strength hasn't been built. So we don't have the belief inside of ourselves that we have the inner strength, inner power to defend our own opinion in the hard conversation. So it's like going naked on the war. And it's obvious for you that you are going to have a lot of emotional pain, and so it's like another uncomfortable stuff is going to happen anyway. And so to build your inner strength, you need to face your emotional world by yourself. I mean, outside this hard, complicated situations with other people, like when you are feeling something, it needs to be processed. If it's something not good or something from the past which was really hard for you, maybe some shame or some guilt or some traumatic experience, different things, we cannot run away from them. If you think about this thing and you still feel not good and you don't want to think about that, this is exactly what you have to do. Look that pain in the eyes, process it, understand your lesson, let it go in the past, like let it there, and move on with ease in the heart. And I have exactly the video about the processing emotion. You can do it, like I made an algorithm for that. And also another video about building your inner strength and building the inner authority. It's also over there. So these videos are exactly about how to grow part by part, step by step in this inner strength. And now when you know that it's required from you to build inner strength and capacity to defend yourself, so you would be able to defend yourself in the confrontation with someone else, and aware of your emotions, so you can be also aware of how to navigate the emotions of another person. And by the way, when you are getting stronger inside, it's not that complicated to admit your mistakes and to hear that you were wrong in something. Yes, you were wrong, but you will not, if you already kind of went through such battle inside of yourself, understanding why you were behaving like this or something like this. Like when you already had this thought process and process of this situation inside of you, you're already not afraid to hear it from another person because you kind of already accept something about you. So what I want to say to you, like when you come to the point that you have this strength, your job is to approach this confrontation with really cold mind and with objectivity. Like think through, realize in which areas you are for sure right, in which areas you could be doing something not really right or not really good for someone else, or where you could do mistake or where the confusion could start. So it's like be objective and start the conflict and this confrontation only when you are 100% sure that you are right. And because if you know that you are wrong, just immediately start this conversation from, okay, I understand, I miss it, I forgot, I regret, or I apologize for this. So it's like, be objective. If you really did something wrong, don't be afraid to admit it and kind of face it. If you know that you didn't do wrong, or you do half wrong, half right, and you know that where you're right, you're 100% right, then you will be able to face this conflict kind of strongly, because you will have your improvements and you will explain that to person with respect and kind of strength. So your job is to show that you know your truth, and now I want you to hear my truth. Like, please listen to me. And if the person is trying to manipulate, trying to do different twists or interrupt you, be in the same strong form, telling that let me finish, and give your improvements why you think that you are right in this situation. So your job is to first analyze the situation, understand where you were right or wrong, process it so you'll not be having any problem facing it with the person one-to-one, and also be respectful and approach this conversation with a strong, cold head. So the person will understand that you know what you're talking about, you are ready to stand for your truth, because you used to stand for yourself. Because when you process your emotions, when you care about your inner peace, you start to support yourself, you take care about your inner world. Like, you want to make amends with this, you want to kind of make peace inside of you. That's why you have this skill of kind of standing for yourself. And when you do it constantly, you used to face complicated stuff and you stand for yourself. Then when you are facing confrontation with someone else, you also have this ability to stand for you, and you're not afraid of any conflict and debates, because you know your truth and you know your position. And don't be afraid that someone will be behaving kind of unbalanced and whatever. This is their behavior, you know your stuff. Like, don't let somebody's kind of stones who someone's thrown at you shaking your position. If person proves you that your vision was, which you were so sure the person is right, be mature enough to see that, okay, maybe I didn't see that angle of the situation. Let's like fight for the truth, not fight for own opinion. Fight for looking for where the middle point and the compromise. Because it's not the point to make someone else feel defeated, but it's actually about, let's find the way how you will feel satisfied, good, and in peace, and me. So look for this kind of conversations when you're facing conflicts. Because when you're avoiding, you are behaving childish, and you feel it. You know that you are immature, like you have this kind of self-humiliation afterwards if you run away from something. Because when we face complicated thing, we always grow. We realize that we are able to face it, we are capable to go through this. And when we are able to face it on our personal level, it helps us to face serious debates somewhere on the higher level, somewhere in our work field. Because with our close people, we can actually train how to prove your opinion without losing respect to the person. How to not start to tell them something bad about their appearance and, this kind of personal abuse, which is absolutely childish thing. But when you are having the confrontation about some subject and you can, with dignity, prove your vision and open to see someone else's angle as well, this is how you feel yourself mature and you are ready to face another complicated, mature stuff. And you don't feel childish. And by the way, this is how our sun energy in astrology grows, our mature masculine energy. Okay, if you need some help in processing your emotions and growing your inner power, you can contact me. The link is down below in the description section, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.